Okay, let's welcome our panelists. First, I want to introduce the two young men who have done us proud. Their names are Mukesh and Bhanushali and Swapnil Wadikar. They are both from the Bollywood Music Academy. They actually took on the governor of Maharashtra, right? And the police actually detained them for a while. I'm so proud of you. Mukesh and Swapnil, I'm so proud. For me, you represent a changing generation that has the guts to step forward and, if required, face the punishment, then challenge the punishment in order to teach people like Vidyasagar Rao a lesson. I mean, he's lucky his political innings got extended by becoming governor. Behave yourself. At least in the first instance, he should not be living in such a big house. You know, on top of it, he lives in the big house, then he walks around like a Maharashtra. He has absolutely no significance as far as executive powers are concerned. They just believe it's a, post-retirement rehabilitation. Mr. Vidyasagar Rao should have resigned if he had any sense of self-respect, but he won't. But I'm so proud of both of you, Mukesh and Swapnil. So I introduced you first deliberately. And I'd also like to welcome today, Abha Singh is an angry social activist lawyer. Ranjana Kumari is director of a Center for Social Research, and top Supreme Court advocate Aryaman Sundaram is also lending his voice to our campaign tonight. And it's not like we're only, castigating the political class, but they are the ones who have created, entrenched themselves, are being overwhelmed and are drowning in their own VVIP culture. Represented tonight by Rahul Narvekar of the NCP, a party which is steeped in the VVIP culture. Gaurav Bhatia of the Samajwadi Party, who comes from a party where even the buffaloes of Azam Khan have given VVIP status. Shaina NC of the BJP, who was organizing that fashion, and you can counter me as much as you want, who was organizing the fashion show yesterday and says she has no idea about the way in which a young man and his father were being assaulted and brutalized outside. She was with Devendra Fadnavis. She apologizes, but I don't know if she means it. But my first question is to Sanjay Jha. Actually, Sanjay Jha, I have a suggestion for you which I want you to carry on. I want you to carry my suggestion to your Chief Minister in Karnataka, Siddaramaiah. He's the star of the day, Sanjay. I want you to give him a piece of elastic. I want you to give him a piece of elastic, then go to a toy shop and buy a red light. Then strap the elastic around the red light and let him wear it on his head all day so that he never forgets he's a VVIP. I want Siddaramaiah to wear a red light strapped with a piece of elastic forever, so he can perhaps understand, that people need to make way when he walks. When he walks around in the office, maybe people should make way. Maybe he should also carry with him, an oxygen cylinder with VVIP written on it so that he doesn't breathe the same air as the rest of us. Because when he said today, Sanjay, people will have to bear it. I want you to tell me, what does he mean when he says people will have to bear it? My reporter asked him there, why does your convoy trouble people all the time? He said people will have to bear it. Why should we bear it? And the debate is open after this. I'm not taking it around. After Sanjay, anyone can come in. Yes, Sanjay.
Yeah, Adab, first and foremost, I want to be very honest with you and tell you that, we support, I think, as a citizen of India, much before I'm a political representative of my party, I'm also a citizen of India. And one will back any attempt being made by any media outlet, including yours, which puts an end to a culture which is perceived by the public.
Yeah, but the ambassador of the culture is your chief minister. You don't take any action against him.
Any dispute on that. Yeah, I want to answer that question as well. I think there's only one point I wish to make. There is no denying that across political parties, there needs to be greater sensitivity.
No, this all that is rubbish. I want you to tell me what does he mean when he says people have to bear it.
Of a certain
no, what does he mean when he says people have to bear it? 1 second, sir. 1 second. 1 second, Mr. Sanjay Jha. I am absolutely sure you can hear me because I am getting the audio signal that it's on with you. I am asking you, these are the questions of my reporter. Sir, people are complaining, VVIP movement bothers them. Bear it. Sir, people are saying the inconvenience traffic when you move is blocked. Bear it. Sir, citizens are inconvenienced. Nothing. They have to bear it. I want to know why they have to bear it. A. B. Why does Siddaramaiah have a security detail almost as big as Barack Obama's?
Well, I want to answer that in very, very brief terms. I'm not aware of the exact full context of the chat that your reporter.
The chat is when he's asked. No, 1 second. I know. I'll tell you. No, 1 second. I'll tell you. No, 1 second. Let's set the context. I won't let you dodge that. The context is this. He said, sir, on the channel, we are doing a campaign on VVIP movement. Sir, we have got a lot of calls from Bengaluru citizens saying that traffic is blocked every time a VVIP passes. What do you have to say? He says it's a good thing, continue it, then he laughs, sarcastically, and all the psychophants, chamchas and stooges around him are also laughing, so the chief minister is happy. It's like a scene, from Sholay when Gabbar Singh laughs, all the people around him also start laughing. Then my reporter asks him, sir, people are being trapped, are inconvenienced. 3 times the reporter asks, he says they'll have to bear it. Why should they bear it? I'm asking you, Sanjay Jha, why should they bear it? Why should people bear it? Why should parents of children bear it when your former Prime Minister's convoy passes through? Why should a mother of a differently abled child bear it when officials in Chennai airport deny her a buggy? Why should people in Thiruvananthapuram bear it when an ambulance is blocked because the Chief Minister passes? And why should the people of Bengaluru bear it when this man talks like that? Now please answer my question.
No.
Why should they bear it?
You are absolutely right. I'll repeat what I said.
No, but
earlier,
you'll do nothing, right? You'll do nothing. Oh, we'll open up the debate.
Anybody from any political
you'll do
party
nothing. You'll just say we condemn it.
Extol any privileges because of the position.
So what privilege? There is no privilege. There is no law.
There is only one point I wish to make. There are some aspects of security that I'm not an expert at, but I do hope that the SPG and the local police of whichever state government concerned
don't pass it to the SPG.
Greater sensitivity to how they need to apply.
That's complete rubbish.
That's complete rubbish. Very often I'll tell you
that's complete rubbish.
Very often
rubbish with a capital R, sir. It's complete rubbish. I know the law. The law does not allow chief ministers to walk around like that.
That needs to change.
Sir, the law does not allow. I want Aryaman Sundaram to come in. Don't teach me the law. Aryaman Sundaram can tell you a thing or two about the law. Aryaman Sundaram, please.
Arnab, I just give you
Aryaman Sundaram, please. No, Aryaman Sundaram, please.
India's Union Council.
Mr.
Nitin Gadkari goes without a helmet. It sends the wrong signal.
Sanjay, please stop talking politics. I mean, it's amazing. You're now talking politics. You're being asked something, instead of saying, yes, we should do something, you talk about Nitin Gadkari. This is exactly what you people do. Because as far as you're concerned, there's an opportunity to talk about how somebody else does it without even once answering the questions put to you. I am so happy that this entire issue has been taken up in such a big way, because I feel it is absolutely disgusting. And the fact that it goes on is most unfortunately, it reflects on us as citizens, because actually, by them behaving like this, apart from the frustration we went at that time, it really is not making a change so far as the electoral ballot is concerned. And they are so confident of that, they feel they can get away with it, because we'll see 5 years from today, when the elections come up, this will not be an issue at all. And I'm so glad we're making a campaign about it. I'm so glad the younger people are not willing to take it anymore. And I won't believe, every time we see something like this happening, there should be an outrage, so much of an outrage that we should embarrass these people.
But they won't.
Not have them turn around and say, but look here, Gadkari does it, so-and-so does it, instead of answering a question which you have put. And I'm really shocked with Mr. Jha today. I'm really shocked. And this really reflects what you people do, which is why this continues.
And all of them are the same. Each one of them is the same. And Aryaman Sundaram, they are teaching us the law. They know the law. And I want to place the law. The law, there was a RTI query, says that traffic is to be stopped. And I'm telling you, only in case of A, President of India, Vice President of India, Prime Minister, and visiting foreign dignitaries who are given PM or President level security cover. Now the law allows state governments to frame their own rules. There is every reason I have to ask why state governments...
By saying someone needs that security.
No. How do state governments choose a provision?
By giving themselves perceived security threats which don't exist.
No, I'm saying, how do state governments choose a provision that is applied to a Prime Minister, to a Chief Minister? Just because they have the right to. Just because they have the right to. And by the way, I have information today that a Chief Minister's convoy has injured a ordinary citizen somewhere. And I'm told policemen are injured in that incident where a Chief Minister's convoy has almost run over 3 people. You know, when people will start dying because of it, and I want to see somewhere, whether you're in Mumbai or Guwahati or Bhubaneswar or anywhere, we have mails from people who say, we feel so scared when a Chief Minister's convoy drives around like that. And then they tell us it is about security. They are a security risk to people, Gaurav Bhatia. I saw your hand go up there. These security convoys are rubbish, self-created, nothing but, you know, sort of created perks paid by the taxpayer for self-important politicians. And I want to put them in their place. Gaurav, will the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh start by giving up his security detail? Please. Will he?
Arnab, I would just take forward the point Mr. Sundaram was making. And without pointing fingers at anybody, I just want to tell you that in December 2013, the Supreme Court gave a judgment on red beacons. And directions were given that only constitutional authorities can use red beacons. Even till today, after a lapse of 15 months, the central government has not modified
but
the
why
notification.
but why are state governments using it?
Of UP.
Why are state governments using it?
No, Arnab, just listen to me, Arnab.
No.
Arnab, please listen to me.
No, sir, please,
Arnab,
1 second. Let's go by the law, don't pass it on. Don't pass it on. Don't pass it on. You are going to make it easy for Shaira and see. She doesn't want to answer the questions about yesterday, so she'll respond politically. Not at all. 1 second.
Arnab, I wanted to apprise you about Uttar Pradesh. Can I make that point, please?
Yes.
Can I make that point? Before we came to power, the list included around 50 dignitaries. On 10th March 2014, UP is amongst the first state that has issued a government order and has pruned the list to only have 17 constitutional dignitaries and nobody else.
No, is traffic stopped for them? Is traffic stopped for them? Why is traffic cordoned down for 17 people in Uttar Pradesh? Who are these great people? Why do they need it treated like this? And I now want to go across to the two young men. I want to go to Mukesh and Swapnil. I want to go across to Mukesh and Swapnil because I feel on the ground something is fundamentally changing. Something is fundamentally changing. Mukesh and Swapnil will now share their story. As far as I know, no, 1 second, sir, hear it from people. Tonight across the country, there are a lot of people motivated by seeing these stories, angry in themselves, are speaking out. Yesterday, we saw people outside a club in Mumbai challenge the Chief Minister, and Shaina should explain what was going on. But before that, Mukesh and Swapnil, what happened at Shirdi? What was the governor doing? How long were people being forced to wait? Why did you snap? And how did the police respond when you took it up? Swapnil and Mukesh, it's over to you. Share your story.
Thank you so much.
Well, first of all, Arnab sir, I want to just say something to you that the late Shri R.K. Lakshmanji gave us the image of a common man, and I want to thank you on behalf of every Indian here tonight because you are the voice of the common man. So thank you so much for being that, sir.
Thank you.
Talking about the incident which happened on Saturday, very unfortunate rather, we had gone to Shirdi to visit Sai Baba temple.
It was a really very musical journey. We started with the midnight.
Absolutely, we had driven down all over the night. And
entire team of Bollywood.
And we reached there at around 12:15. We were told that okay, Aarti is going on, so we had to wait for some time. We were waiting. Finally, after around 2.5 hours, we asked the security people that, sir, what's happening? Is there any issue going around? Then one of the security guys told me that Nai Sahib, Kontri Muthe Sahib itar. So I was like, oh, so you are waiting for a VIP and that's the reason you're making us wait. Everyone got upset about this. People started saying that, you know, they have walked down around 150 kilometers and they are waiting there for 5 hours without being allowed to enter the temple.
Wow.
I requested the super cop there, I remember his name, Mr. Wagh, a very thorough gentleman, I must say, that sir, I want to talk to the governor. Now, I do understand one thing, why was there such a hoopla made around this request of ours? He's the governor of Maharashtra, he's supposed to be so friendly to the people. The moment we said we want to talk to the governor, oh my God, we had like 15-20 cops coming up at us, making us feel like gundas and goons, and people saying, chalo, kya hala ta ya loganna VIP khub व्हायचा या लोकांना हे झालंय या लोकांना घ्या आतमध्ये. So what are they scaring us for?
I was really scared at that time, right? And at that moment I thought like why we are doing all these things, but I got an answer that I think Sai Baba want us to do this way, and you know, to raise our voice.
Absolutely. We requested the governor, sir, that sir, please let us talk to you. But I think it fell on deaf ears because the security guys ensure that a voice doesn't reach them by pushing us through first, then pulling us inside and making us get into a vehicle, a so-called van. It was a scene like
What?
Singham, where we were walking in
Incredible.
and the super cop car is
Incredible.
coming in. Yes, sir.
I don't know. So they actually,
Absolutely.
so they actually picked you up. The police picked you up outside Shirdi all because you said you want to speak to the governor. They picked you up, you're saying.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
And where did they
Then
take
we
you?
were put into a vehicle. We were put into a van. We were I heard one of the cops from behind saying that देखता हूँ मैं आज तू कैसे दर्शन करता है.
My God.
I said, sir, I don't want to. I said,
आपको दर्शन नहीं
believe
करना.
me, I don't want to meet Sai Baba today. But I really want to know that how a VIP can get a direct appointment with Sai Baba,
I also want
making
to know.
thousands of people wait outside for 5 to 6 hours.
Absolutely.
Elderly people,
Yeah.
children without water, without food.
Yeah.
This is now not how it should be.
Yeah,
But
I want
the
to.
twist came
I
in,
want
sir.
to. Mukesh and Swapnil. I just don't get it. Why these people? I have never understood why they want VVIP lanes. In temples across the country. It's only in India that you do that.
That is the reason when.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Correct.
You should have seen, I'm sure you have the video, sir, and we were so zapped by the red carpet treatment
Yeah.
in a temple.
Actually, we were enjoying that thing, the red carpet came and
Yeah, it was like, oh my God, watching some premiere happening kind of a thing. And then when we were put into the van, one of the security guys came and there was the twist. That is what made me think and made Mukesh bhai think that why is it happening? The police guy said that, sir, I hope you understand, we are sandwiched between both. We know you are right, but we can't help it. We need to do our duty.
Yeah.
So I want to ask, sir, we have tremendous respect for the entire administration. We have tremendous respect. We are Mumbai boys. We are born and brought up in Mumbai, and trust me, we'll die in Mumbai. And Mumbai police, I salute them. I have a 3-year-old son, and my son salutes every traffic cop and every Mumbai police that he sees, because we have that kind of a respect, sir. But then, in the term of duty, when you realize that you are doing something wrong, would you not want to stand up and say, sorry, sir,
Well,
I do not take these orders."
Swapnil and Mukesh, I'm linking what you're saying here. And there are two sets of pictures that we have on our screen today, Swapnil and Mukesh, and everyone's seeing this. This is in Shirdi, you have a red carpet laid out and everybody is standing there as this so-called self-styled superstar Maharaja, whatever you call him, walks in with his family, thinking this is the ultimate position that he has reached, that he's taken a red carpet to go into a place of worship, right? I would say, Mr. Governor, if you are watching this tonight, I just want to say one thing to you. Mr. Governor, if you're saying this tonight, what you did was, in one word, sickening. And on the other hand, what was sickening also was to see that there was another young man like you, and I'm seeing the response from the younger generation, Swapnil and Mukesh. There's another young man out there who stands outside the NSCI club with his father and who wants to go to the Chief Minister's convoy saying, I want to ask you why the road was blocked. And why traffic is stopped, why I can't enter a club of which I am a member. And the policeman holds him by his hand, puts him in some kind of an iron grip, holds his neck. I don't know if you saw the pictures, pushes him back against the wall and all that. And I told the Chief Minister today that Mr. Fadnavis, all those policemen were trying to do was ensure that you don't see an eyesore called the citizen of India. And that's the point tonight, China NC, and I want to take forward. You have created a system whereby the Aam Aadmi becomes an eyesore. And an Aam Aadmi should not be seen, should not be heard. And if he raises his voice, I'm sorry, Shaina, when important people like you have, fashion shows inside a club, they should not be disturbed. The whole place should be taken over. And when the Chief Minister comes out, so my question to you, Shaina, if anyone from you knew or your loved one or member of your family was treated in the way that young man was, how would you react?
Now, if you give me a moment to please respond, Mr. Goswami, rather than already being on a judgment track where you have announced that how insensitive we are.
One second, I want Miss Shaina NC. Miss Shaina NC, I'd say something to you, please, before you begin, and I will interrupt you so that you listen, please. No, Miss Shaina NC, first of all, I want to say this to you. Don't you hear people? Who made you a politician? That you use that tone on national television?
Will you please hear me?
And if you are, one second, who made you? Think you're a politician, you can use that tone? You think you're a politician, you can use that tone?
Not at all.
Please speak with the same amount of respect that everybody has for the viewer. And if I have come to you late, you better be prepared to wait. I am not going to give you a red carpet treatment on my program.
Absolutely, I'm more than happy to wait.
Yeah, so don't show that irritated tone with me, Ms. Shaina NC. I am also in no mood here to indulge arrogant politicians of any hue. I hope you get my message clearly.
Arnab, I think that, you know, the way you have positioned it...
I have not positioned, I have spoken the truth. How have you positioned yourself?
Some merrymaking. This was for Cancer Patients Aid Association.
Miss Shaina NC, Miss Shaina NC, don't try and be on a moral high ground out here. I am asking you, my simple question to you is, Miss Shaina NC, answer the question, please. For once, answer the question. Right? Now, the question is very simple. The question is that before the election, you said, right? Achhe din aane wale hain. Right? Yes. Today, I am asking you, what is the achhe din for the Aam Aadmi? VVIP racism has crossed all limits. Right? And the simple question is, what happened yesterday was this.
Can I respond now?
No, Ms. Shaina, and I want to ask you simply this. How would you react if someone you knew, your loved one or your family member, was to be treated like the way that man was yesterday?
I would be outraged.
Good.
And I would be absolutely outraged at the system. My first tweet was not just to the victim, but to all the members who were outside, as because the program had started inside. We didn't even know of it.
1 second, please.
Immediately, the apology came on us.
Oh, we are so grateful that the apology came. That's the problem with you politicians, Shaina. You think you put out an apology and you're doing people a favor. This apology is hollow. This apology is hollow in the absence of any action. This apology is hollow in the absence of any action against the cops who manhandled a citizen and his son.
Apology will be...
What? Yes, one second. Ranjana Kumari is responding to you. Ranjana Kumari, please.
I think it's unfair.
Ranjana Kumari, please. And by the way, 1 second, please. Ranjana Kumari is responding to you. Ranjana.
To me,
Ranjana, give me one.
Ranjana Kumari is speaking.
1 minute. I understand.
You know, Shaina, you can roadblock a road in Mumbai. You can't roadblock a Newshour program. Please listen to others.
Real apology.
No, because this is anxiety.
Shaina,
you are not giving an opportunity to speak.
Shaina,
go ahead, speak.
Real apology will be when you will change this policy. Real apology will be when you will inside the hall will know what's happening, and people under the instructions are doing things to common people who really stand by you, vote for you, make you what you are. So I'm sure the real apology is not just by telling you. Of course you feel bad. Of course you feel bad. I think the Chief Minister has also said he will take action. The Chief Minister has also promised he'll take action. But the whole thing is that this system, when you say bear it, then I think you are trying to convey the arrogance.
Nobody is saying to
by
bear
the
it.
Chief Minister of Karnataka, Chief Minister of Karnataka, who said bear it. So people will not bear it for a long time. I can tell you, people are rejecting it. They are exercising their democratic right
even used that word
themselves, and soon you will see people will be on the street. And they will stop such convoys.
You see, what Ranjana ji, one of the reasons. No, 1 second. We must try and understand this. No, we must try and understand this phenomenon. No, 1 second. Shaina, listen, please. Understand the phenomenon with some depth. Ranjana, Shaina, listen, please. Shaina,
you haven't given me a second to respond.
Shaina, 1 second. Please listen for a change. It won't hurt a politician to listen. Shaina NC, listen, please. I want you to listen tonight. 1 second, Ranjana, 1 second. Shaina, first of all, you know what? Don't keep
Yes.
complaining you're not letting me speak and all. I want you to listen because it is good for you to listen.
But you aren't.
It is good for you to listen and you need to listen. I'll tell you something. I want, Miss Shaina, listen to me, please.
Opportunity to give a presentation
Miss Shaina NC,
of a point.
Miss Shaina NC, please, don't keep repeating yourself like a broken record, please.
Arnab should-
1 second, Gaurav, 1 minute. Gaurav, first of all, Gaurav, 1 minute. Gaurav, first a minute. First, I just want to, 1 minute. You see, this is happening in Maharashtra. Now
Given Z plus security.
No.
When they are charge sheet.
1 second. Gaurav, 1 minute.
In the name of Z
That's
plus
why
security,
he's asked that question.
No, 1 second.
Tell me when you're going to give me an opportunity to speak for 30 seconds. And
Shaina NC's favorite line is, Shaina NC has only one favorite line, which is, you are not giving me an opportunity to speak. Gaurav, 1 minute, please. The point is very simple.
Absolutely not.
What has happened is, I want 1 second, please. The Bharatiya Janata Party said, before it was voted to power, the Prime Minister says, मैं प्रधानमंत्री नहीं, प्रधान सेवक हूँ. आज महाराष्ट्र में क्या हुआ? What has happened in Shirdi is it as a place of worship. We all know, don't we know, Rahul Narvekar, the horrors of the caste system? And how people from certain castes were denied entry into temples? Tonight what has happened is the political class of this country has taken it to absolutely another level, where a governor and his family go with a red carpet for darshan. Thousands are made to wait outside so that he can finish his 5-star ritual. A place where you should go to feel humbled. You walk in with a red carpet like a modern day Maharaja. And nobody has the guts today to say, we will stop VVIP lines at places of worship. All homilies, Sanjay Jha, we are very sorry. Shaina NC, look at the thing in perspective. Gaurav Bhatia, we are not so bad, others are worse than us. But bottom line is we've created a caste system in India. Is there any doubt about it, Rahul? 1 second, Rahul Narvekar. Rahul, and mind it, I'm telling Rahul Narvekar.
We've not just created a caste system, we've created a new class, the political class and the non-political class. And this is not just restricted to the political class, we've also created the privileged class and the non-privileged class, because this is not restricted to politicians, it applies to Bollywood stars, it applies to top industrialists, it applies to top cops, top bureaucrats. Everyone is misusing this power that they've been given. And this is only happening because we are bearing it. Once we stop bearing it, this will stop. And see, I may have become a legislator today, but for the last 35 years, even I have bared this brunt. And every time I walk on a street without wearing a white kurta pajama, without disclosing my identity, I face the same brunt. Let me tell you. So I am totally in sync with what you're saying. So I am totally agreeable to what you're saying. And let me also tell you, I am one of the first legislators who has taken up this very issue in the Maharashtra state legislature, which is coming up. I have filed a motion where I have asked the Chief Minister of the state, I have asked the government, when is this going to stop? When are innocent lives going to be sacrificed, stop going to be sacrificed because of ambulances being stopped on the road?
Nice speech.
Till when are we going to tolerate this nonsense?
Nice
you may
speech.
Find it,
nice speech. I have one question for you. Nice speech. I have one question for you. In fact, I have two questions for you. 1 second. Do you pay toll tax?
Mr. Arnab Goswami.
I know my name. Do you pay toll tax?
Absolutely. Whenever I am on a private trip, I do pay toll tax.
What is a private versus public?
And number two.
Why don't you pay toll tax?
Number two.
Why don't you pay? Second question. I haven't finished.
Trip. Look.
Yes, Ranjana Kumari.
When he's traveling, then he doesn't want to pay. So,
what?
You know, as an MLA, when he is traveling, none of these politicians pay. I don't understand what is there about not paying toll tax. What kind of
Madam, let me just tell you.
What kind of class is attached to them? How it is evading paying tax adds to any kind of power to them.
Madam, let me just remind you.
Throwing their weight around.
Madam,
We are different.
although legislators have been given the privilege or the concession of traveling without paying toll,
privilege?
But that privilege or that concession is not availed by every legislator.
That's no answer.
Please don't generalize. Have you traveled with me in a car to see
Are you
Have you
willing
done
to
that?
change it?
That's not the. Is that the
What are
point,
you
Abba?
talking about?
Is that the point, Abba Singh? Abba Singh.
The issue
One
is
second.
not
Abba.
that. Issue is that when a poor common man is paying the toll tax, why not you, who is getting almost 2 crores a year for your constituency, so many privileges? Issue is here that when the law says there is no law of politics,
you are more understanding of the subject.
Let her speak.
2 crore rupees are not given to take home. They are given to be spent in the constituency.
No,
It's
what
called-
I'm saying
Why
is
get
not
it?
local
you are
area
a
development
privileged class.
fund.
Fine.
It's not a fund that you take home.
Why am I asked to pay the toll tax? Am I not a human being? Am I not a citizen of the country? Just because I have not joined politics, I have to pay the toll tax? Is this the message goes? Secondly, when we are talking of yesterday's issue that the CM was going, Bombay Police Act section 33 clearly says a law is there. There is no law of the khaki. There is a rule of law that you cannot block the roads.
You see-
and if
you
you
see,
block
well,
the roads,
I'll tell you, I think-
341
but this is-
wrongful restraint.
You see,
it's a
all
cognizable
these
offence.
rules,
Let these policemen be tried under this section.
one second, please. All these rules are created. We have created a country of politicians, by politicians, for politicians. 1 minute, let me complete. And I'm sorry to say, but in this country, there has become a industrialist, politician, celebrity complex. And there are some people, I'm not going to name them, who like to get industrialist, politicians and celebrities together and form some kind of, oh, we are so special, cozy club. The problem with these people, I'm not naming them, but those who I'm talking about know who I'm talking about. They live in these small, shallow circles where a group of celebrities, industrialists, or politicians,
builders also, these are
and some builders, and some criminals, and
their
some
children are
and their
roaming around with
stooges,
bodyguards
and,
as if they are some-
and all these people, and in Mumbai, especially Shaina, I'm sure you're very aware that there is this little shallow coterie which begins to think, oh my God, we are so utterly special. We are a cozy club. And these are the people today, Shaina, you must realize this, particularly you. These are the people who are most vulnerable to people's anger. 1 second, Shaina, I am telling you something. I'm sure you agree with me. I see no reason for your disagreeing with me. I see no reason for your disagreeing with me. Why are you disagreeing with me? Is there or is there not, Shaina? Why are you getting touchy? Why are you getting touchy? Is there or is there not? Is there or is there not? 1 second, Shaina is getting touchy. Why is she getting touchy about this?
And I am going to speak.
Why is she touchy? Why are you getting touchy about it, Shaina? Don't you sense what people are saying?
To a segment that you're talking about.
Shaina, I am saying generally, why are you... One second, just a minute, Shaina, 1 second. Miss Shaina NC, I am talking about people...
The Chief Minister came only at the inauguration. Supported the endeavor for cancer patients.
Miss Shaina NC.
But why were the roads blocked? You know, when Bombay Police Act says that to block a road you need a notification. The police commissioner is supposed to give a notification. Let the police commissioner come clean that if he has violated the law, let him penalize his policeman. It is 1 month imprisonment. 341 of the IPC. You wrongfully restrain the people from using the road. And when section says that you cannot obstruct a person from going in the rightful direction. So it is ultimately the police commissioner who has to answer the citizens of Mumbai.
Let her finish.
And if there has been a public apology, at least one should understand.
No, I don't
when the Chief
understand.
Minister
No, I
did give
don't.
his
I'm sorry.
interview to you,
I'm sorry.
you
I
clearly
don't
understood
understand.
that there
No,
is
1
an
second.
investigation
Shaina
that is going to take place,
Shaina NC, 1
and
minute.
justice
No,
will
one
be
second.
given.
No, 1 minute. Can I just... You see...
And people were struggling
You see,
at the road.
once now Shaina has spoken non-stop, and I think, Shaina, once again for you, take a deep breath and listen for something. No, 1 second. I just want to say one thing to Shaina. First of all, I want to ask you, Shaina NC, and be limited in your reply. Do you believe, do you or do you not believe, that there is a shallow, selfish, industrialist, money bags, celebrity, politician, neta plus netas, chamcha nexus going on? Groups of people who have begun to believe. I am asking you in a very generic way. Do you believe there is? Do you believe? You won't let me answer that. Will you do VVIP racism on the program? I am asking you. Do you believe there is a small circuit like this which has started building and behaving like it is a different species? Do you believe there is such a species in India?
Arnab,
The VVIP
I have
races.
traveled with you to Delhi on multiple occasions
sitting in economy without any fanfare
Miss
or
Shaina
any
NC,
fuss. So
I am
please,
asking
before
you, I am
question
asking
my
you, do you
credibility
believe
and
there is Rahul
credibility of
Narvekar
an
who is
event
saying tonight,
which was
there is
to
Rahul
reach out
Narvekar who is
for a
saying
social
tonight,
cause.
Rahul
Please
Narvekar is saying
understand
tonight to
that
you, and you are
if
going
this
on and on, Miss
cancer
Shaina
patient and the
NC.
blood cancer issue was highlighted, should it not also
One
be
second, Shaina
brought
is, you know,
in
don't,
the
it is
not about me. This is not about me. This is about the Mumbaikar who is
That 70%
inconvenienced.
of the
But please position it in the correct.
She's not answering the
We have
question. Let me
apologized
try and get Shaina NC to answer the question once again. I will try one last time. One last time. First of all, I reiterate,
Sure, go ahead.
legislators and Shaina,
Please.
just listen, please, okay? Because I'll tell you, you're not realizing
Yes,
one thing, but
please.
something is happening in this country.
I'm very happy to
The
listen.
awakened citizen,
Sure.
right, and especially the younger generation in this country, just listen, China, relax, just be
Yes.
quiet for a minute.
Yes.
They have realized that there is a group of people. There are the netas, then there's a group of, you know, industrialists, then there are some celebs plus socialites.
The builders.
Yeah, then there are some builders and money bags. They all get together, form a cozy club. Then they give and exchange favors to each other, okay? They give and exchange favors to each other, and they are very sure that they are a group of people who is so deeply entrenched in the system that nothing can shake them up. But I don't think you understand today.
What are you?
I'm making an observation, Shaina. I'm making an observation. Why are you getting touchy about it again? No, one second. What I am telling you, Shaina, I'm informing you, maybe you can carry it through to all the people, you know, who you know, that I am informing you that this club is about to be broken down. Okay? I think you understand. And the instance of what has happened, the nationwide reaction to the VVIP racism movement, and the nationwide reaction, and I'd like to go back to Sanjay Jha.
From 11 o'clock until now.
I'd like to go back to Sanjay. And this club, Shaina, it's a matter of time. Because before this club is broken down, and you can understand this is the biggest public-backed media movement in the country. So Shaina NC, it is in your interest also to be on the side of the people. You should be on the side of the people tonight.
Absolutely we are.
Now one second. And Sanjay Jha.
Absolutely 100%.
Really?
And if you check the tweets from 11 o'clock last night until now, it will only be testimony to it.
Now, Shaina, I don't measure sincerity in tweets.
The point, please, Arnab. I just want to.
One second. Gaurav Bhatia is saying something now. Gaurav Bhatia.
Responsible for this cozy club.
Yes, the cozy club is being broken down bit by bit, brick by brick, piece by piece. You understand that, Shaina? Pass it through. Yes, Gaurav.
Look at the hypocrisy of BJP. The Prime Minister says, I am the Pradhan Sevak, and persons accused of murder in Muzaffarnagar riots like Sangeet Som and Suresh Raina.
Don't give it the standard political spin, please. Keep it focused. Keep it focused. Even Rahul Narvekar disagrees.
Mumbaikar who was inconvenienced due to a program for which we have apologized profusely.
Panelists to have a political background.
We don't put on blinkers.
All my fellow panelists who have a political background, including myself, we cannot afford to speak today. We have proved the nation that we have wronged them on several occasions. Today it's time for us to listen, and let's do that with humility. Yes, we are wrong.
Yes.
Maybe not personally, but
appreciate
as a class, as a political class, we have wronged at some point of time.
then
We need
change.
to accept
Then
it.
change.
We need to change.
Please change.
We need to change.
And
Yes, we
penalize,
need to change.
and penalize, and please penalize those people who are stopping the traffic, who
let
are
me
not
tell
letting
you
ambulances go.
that when
And if you're
Mr.
talking of
Akhilesh
UP, what
Yadav
about
Okay.
the Safai wedding, where all VIPs
he
transited
proved
and
his
the police,
security to
the administration in UP was not doing anything, Gaurav Bhatia.
One-fourth.
In UP, all ISIPs
One second.
were
What time's
only
the
doing VIP
security?
bandobast for
There was an
the big fat
ambulance
wedding.
of doctors
One
on duty
second.
at the Chief
On a
Minister's
regular basis, I
residence
can tell
that
you
was
the
asked to
kind of
leave immediately and
inconvenience
serve the
that
common
faces
man.
It's all right. You see what happens is Sanjay Jha. Sanjay Jha, 1 minute. Sanjay, 1 minute. Just a minute. I am also demanding an explanation from the Maharashtra governor. Tonight, the Maharashtra governor was challenged by these two young men. I anyway feel the Maharashtra governor is too lavish a life. He should feel guilty.
Of course.
He lives in a house too big.
And does no work.
He has a cavalcade too long. And now it appears to me that he has an ego that has become oversized. I actually, if Vidyasagar Rao had any sense of self-respect, he would quit tonight, or at least he would call up these two young men and apologize to them. But I would once again want to congratulate these two young men for what they've done. Sanjay Jha, I want to ask you, what are you going to do about Siddaramaiah? Since you talked about how sorry you feel, he said to us sarcastically, and he says, when my reporter says, why are you doing this? He says, we have to move. Without moving, how can we run the government? I want to ask you, do you need to keep people waiting in ambulances to run the government? Do you need to do that? Do you need to make people wait in line for hours or languish in traffic for hours to run the government, Sanjay Jha? Do you need people to pay toll while you pass through unquestioned to run the government? Do you need to make people get late for work, children miss their exams, patients die in ambulances, passengers miss trains, not being able to pick up their children from schools, pregnant mothers delivering in a vehicle and not in hospital, so that you can run your government? And if after all of this, you're not going to do anything tonight, you do it at your own risk. You are doing it at your own risk.
Well, Arnab, let me tell you once again, on behalf of my party, as a spokesperson, I can tell you with full responsibility.
Why responsibility? What?
The culture of elitist political privileges.
I know. One second. Why? No. Why? One second. No. Sanjay. No. Sanjay. I don't accept it. I don't accept it. I don't accept it. No. I don't accept it. I don't accept it. Sanjay, I don't accept it. I don't accept it. He is one of the most pampered chief ministers in the country. He has a security detail of 230 people. Even Barack Obama does not have 230 people in inner circles around him. 230 people protecting. No, 1 second. Why? No, why? Why does he have? Why does he need 230?
All I can tell you is that notwithstanding security, there should be
because they are provided with security cover.
Take back the security.
You withdraw the security cover and dare them to break the line. You withdraw the security cover and dare any politician, any actor, any Bollywood star, any bureaucrat to break a line. They won't dare to do it.
That you put aside security and the public should be given the maximum priority in every
I am not saying
life, in every real estate, any ground.
I want to clarify the security point. I want to clarify the security point.
Has to be given.
No. One second. I want to make 2 points. First of all, the security point. Okay, let me explain this. Am I saying, are people foolish? Is the Aam Aadmi foolish? Don't give security. Is anybody saying make vulnerable people who have security problems, don't give them security? No, they are not saying that. I want to read out the law. No, I want to read out the law because it's very easy to blame the people and blame the media. Gaurav, follow this point. The point is very simple. Being a SPG protectee does not automatically mean that you are entitled to stop traffic to let your convoy through. The SPG Act, while saying that one minute, I'm reading the SPG Act while saying that one should be protected while traveling on road or air or any such means, it makes no specific mention of the need for traffic to be held up to allow free passage. You see this whole business of traffic being held up. No, this is something, and that's why, which is why it is, Gaurav, you know, nowhere does this, in the law of which I have a copy, this page mention that you need to hold up traffic to provide security. This is a luxury politicians have provided themselves.
I just want to mention one point.
Yes, please.
Arnab, when the Red Beacon case was being heard in the Supreme Court asked the union government, for how long do you stop the traffic?
Right.
And do you know the central government was speechless? They could not even tell the Supreme Court because there were no norms in place. And the previous chief minister in UP, Mayawati, used to stop the traffic for 30 minutes before she used to cross that path. I just want to say there should be no inconvenience caused to the common man.
You know, they are playing politics with each other.
If for the high authorities it has to be stopped, it shouldn't be for even more than a minute.
No, I am actually making an appeal tonight.
Everybody has security. No. For everybody, traffic is stopped. For everybody, I travel to UP very often, Arnab, and I can tell you that everywhere you feel that this is the chief minister's family, Khandan, kin, Everybody
You
has
see,
been
no, but
provided with all the
but
protection,
Ranjana ji,
what
but
is
Ranjan,
Gaurav Bhatia talking about? He
you
should tell
can
people who do not
find
know all
out since
this.
the time Mr. Akhilesh
Everywhere,
Yadav has
every
come
time
to
Chief Minister
power,
moves,
he
all the
has
traffic is
ensured
stopped in
that these
anywhere, not
stoppages are
only in
reduced to
Lucknow.
a minimum.
Everywhere,
I
Mr.
think you are
Gaurav
not
Bhatia,
aware.
you don't have any
And
right
on
to
principle,
start
I
talking
say
about
that
all of you are the same.
it should not
All
be
of you are
stopped
the
to
same.
inconvenience the public.
no, what is inconvenience the public?
Then get your ears checked.
This is about cozy
I
club, and
am
you are part
saying
of that
violates
cozy
the
club.
right to life.
You
see,
be stopped
and his whole
because the
Khandan is
public.
part of it.
And in
What are
UP
you
we have
talking
started
about?
No,
the
you see,
change.
one thing, exactly, in this particular instance,
I am telling you
no,
about
sir,
Lucknow.
no, Gaurav Bhatia, raising your voice does not make you right.
Why lie?
Why don't you understand this?
I'm
The
not raising
SPG
my
Act,
voice.
no, 1 minute.
I'm trying
Gaurav
to
Bhatia, the
counter
problem
Ranjana
is,
ji because
and I'm going to say
she's
something tonight. No, 1 second. This is a country run by a group of vested interests. And I'm sorry, I'm going to have to say something now. Though, 1 second. Those vested interests include sections of the media, include politicians, include the so-called sports stars and the celebrities, and I include industrialists. It includes this cozy club, and what Swapnil and Mukesh represent are people who want to break that cozy club. The founding fathers, I'm coming to you, Swapnil, I say your hand go up. I just want to say one thing before. The founding fathers of our constitution did not give themselves these rights. This is the corruption of the system, whereby people have created laws and created laws and laws and laws, and over a period of years, this country, which was born free in 1947, in 2015 has become a country where one small cozy section enjoys all privileges. And the problem with this cozy section is when you tell them your cozy club is going to end. When you tell them your cozy club, your party is about to get over. We want to make them guilty, don't we, Swapnil? We want to make these people feel so guilty, so when they brush past us in an airport, when they drive past us in a motor gate, when they seek to get ahead of the line at the immigration stop, when they want VVIP written on them, we want to create a movement, Swapnil. I think there should be a movement where we give people a lal batti with a piece of elastic strapped around it so these VVIPs can walk around feeling they are special. Swapnil, you wanted to say something there. Yes, so I would give the first of those lal battis to the governor. Yes, please, Swapnil.
Yeah, so I just want to say one thing, with due respect to all the parties present here in the debate tonight, NCP, BJP, Congress, there's just one request to all of you. I'm talking as a very common man, I am a very common man, but there's just one request to all of you. We need actions. We don't want to know कि Congress ने कितने मारे या BJP ने कितने छोड़े या जनता पार्टी ने कितने पकड़े. We don't want to know that. Take actions. If you feel that this is wrong, just take an action to rectify it. And remember one thing, sir, we will stand till the time you take an action. So
That's
not
the
going to
point.
end here, sir. We will ensure that an action is taken. And just one more point, sir. I want to thank, at least there is some shift. At least there is some shift in the approach of chief ministers. I would like to thank our Maharashtra chief minister, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis,
Yes.
who at least have the audacity to apologize to the people of
And he
Mumbai.
said that he will take action.
He will take action. So we just pray and we just hope that an action is taken.
Yes, but Swapnil, what my problem with Fadnavis was that he kept saying, I am very sorry, I won't do it, etc. But when I asked him, will your MLA stop taking the toll free, or will you take on Gadkari the next time he blocks traffic, or will you take on the governor, he was wishy-washy. So, there's no point if you're chief minister, you're very nice. You see, Manmohan Singh, what people say was a very good prime minister, but he allowed all the corruption to happen all around him, right? That's the more fundamental point.
I agree.
That's the more fundamental. I'm going to take a few callers, please.
Sir,
Sir,
you know what, sir, you spoke about corruption.
Yes.
So you spoke about corruption. In Shirdi, if you go and if there is no VIP visiting, do you know that there are agents who come to you and say,
Yes.
कि चलो आपको VIP line से लेके चलते हैं,
Yes.
500 and 700 and 1000 rupees.
Yes.
This is what leads to corruption, sir.
Yes.
Correct.
Absolutely, and there's no law which allows it, It's a corruption of the system. I don't know. I think I propose here that the present government led by Narendra Modi should bring in an anti-VVIP racism or VVIP culture bill, or at least a statement to that intent in this session of Parliament. Mohammad Omer calls from Kanpur. Mohammad Omer, good evening. Sorry to keep you waiting. And by the way, Swapnil, I want to say so many people are telling me tonight they are proud of you. And I'm proud of you and I'm proud of Mukesh.
Thank you. Thank you.
For doing what you've done. You've sent a message out. This club will break. But you know, you can't do it one day. You'll have to break them day after day, brick by brick. So by the end of 2015, we have a different mindset in our country. Mohammad Omer, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, Arnav. How are you?
I'm very well, Mohammad. Thank you for calling.
Yeah. It's okay. I was listening about your debate. It's very good. I really want to, kind of congratulate the movement which you have taken, to a new high.
Thank you.
Just 2 points I would like to, add up on this debate. I really want to kind of say that I have been to Dubai last year.
Right.
Just a small point. The ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed Zayed, I have seen him driving, along by my cab, and he stopped on that red light. I mean, he was not, carrying his convoy, or he was not going along with his gunman or so. He himself was driving, and I was really amazed to see that the Prime Minister, the ruler of Dubai, who is such an important person over there, and he himself is driving, and it's not, kind of disturbing the common person.
Mohammad Omer?
Yeah.
I have a suggestion. We should get Siddaramaiah on the line with him. And we should get him to teach Siddaramaiah a couple of lessons. Because Siddaramaiah says people of Bangalore and Karnataka will have to bother. Right. And this Chandrababu Naidu, before the elections, he says, I am with the people. He comes to Mumbai, he halts traffic. Nitin Gadkari. Before the elections, logo ke achhe din aayenge. Elections ke baad traffic block hoga. Okay, second caller. Thank you for calling. From Jammu, Sushmit Chaudhary is a student. Sushmit, good evening.
Yeah, very good evening, Mr. Goswami.
Good evening, sir.
First of all, sir, I would like to congratulate and thank Times Now for raising such an important and critical issue.
Thank you, Sushmit.
Sir, I feel that this VVIP culture will end only if the voices are raised from the very top level.
That's right.
And just like the Prime Minister of our country has started the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and all of the schemes, I feel that he should also react on this issue. In fact, he should lead from this he should lead from the front. So
I agree with you, Sushmit.
Sir. We are living in the 21st century. I don't know why this absurd thing is even allowed here. This is not just about a party issue. It's a different form of apartheid, which is just engulfing the entire country.
Sushmit, one way, and we'll discuss this. By the way, I want to say to you and to all the viewers of Newshour tonight, not a one-day movement. I have people like Rahul Narvekar, others who also, despite a bit of disagreement, agreeing that this movement carried forward will have a long-term positive impact. I'd request China to also look at it from that perspective.
We have all agreed that convoy and security is seen as a status symbol. Your movement will make it a thing of shame.
That I'm against. I have been most for it and most for the common Mumbaikar.
I'm sure, and I hope that the exposures will happen.
You're doubting my credibility really hurts, Arnab, but you are in the position to do it, and I have to sit here silently and listen to you when you haven't even for a second given me the time of day to even say that the first thing that we talked about was the person who was outside, not just apologizing to him, but to every single
but I think Swapnil wants to say something there. One sec, Swapnil. Yes, Swapnil. Swapnil is saying something. Yes, Swapnil.
2 a.m. in the morning.
Swapnil, no, it's not about only one person. It's about a lot of suffering people. Swapnil, please. Swapnil, go ahead.
You probably don't want to hear this.
No,
you probably don't want to hear this, so it's fine.
Swapnil, go ahead, Swapnil.
Absolutely.
So we have
common man.
So we are musicians, we are music people, we are very loving people, and I have my team here has a musical message to everyone in this country, right from our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji to the President of India, respected Shri Pranab Mukherjee, and everyone. We have a musical message, and if you allow me just 10 seconds of your time, I want to give that message. My team wants to give that message to everyone.
Okay, 10 seconds, but 10 seconds. 10 seconds,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
10 seconds.
Yes, sir.
Only because of what you've done. Go ahead.
भगवान ने बनाया हम सबको एक जैसा भगवान ने बनाया हम सबको एक जैसा ओ आम आदमी क्या हो नेता अभिनेता ओ आम आदमी हो नेता अभिनेता जाग उठा है नौजवान अब हिंदुस्तान बढ़ेगा जाग उठा है नौजवान अब हिंदुस्तान बढ़ेगा हर सवाल का जवाब अब देना ही पड़ेगा हर सवाल का जवाब अब देना ही पड़ेगा
all right
हर सवाल का जवाब अब देना ही पड़ेगा
Okay, that is interesting. I really share your enthusiasm. Thank you very much. Well done. And this is not a one-day movement. To everyone tonight, hear the voice loud and clear. This is just beginning. This is the beginning. It's going to go a long way. Thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight.